You had Obama make those comments about the subject of aliens.
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in Area 51 unless they hid it from the President of the United States.
I think he was joking when he said there are aliens, he's just never...
No. Obama is scientifically literate. But if you have the aliens and you don't want the president to know, the president's not going to know.
So do you believe there's intelligent life in the universe?
Well, we have whistleblowers saying we have actual aliens. People have testified we have aliens, that we have alien crash parts, so I don't see why they wouldn't be given the size of the universe.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson, what is the most pressing question that people are asking right now about the universe? And the first thing I wanted to ask is, why are people so interested in going to the moon?
It's geopolitical. China says they're going to the moon 50 years after we go to the moon, and we all of a sudden decide we want to go to the moon?
Is there an economic upside to it?
No.
Talking about data centers.
No. I already answered you. I said we don't want them to go to the moon without us going to the moon.
And there's no laws up there, is there?
Space law is a wild west at this point. It's like who owns the moon?
Nobody.
Well, they're trying to figure that out. But don't delude yourself into thinking we ever went to the moon for science, then or now.
Okay, next. Do you believe that we're in a simulation?
I'm whiny about that, and I'll tell you why.
And then, can you explain what a black hole is, like if you get sucked in?
Okay, so you will see the entire future history of the universe unfold. And then the difference in gravity between your feet and your head gets greater and greater and greater. Eventually, you'll snap into two pieces, likely separated at the base of your spine. And that's not even the worst part, and we'll get to that.
And then, just how small are we? Is there a most compelling UFO sighting that you can recall? Has your view of religion changed through all that you've learned about the universe? And what is the point of life?
Wow, you asked a good question. So let's get into this.
This is super interesting to me. My team give me this report to show me how many of you that watch this show subscribe. And some of you have told us, according to this, that you are unsubscribed from the channel randomly. So favor to ask all of you, please could you check right now if you've hit the subscribe button, if you are a regular viewer of the show and you like what we do here. We're approaching quite a significant landmark on this show in terms of a subscriber number. So if there was one simple free thing that you could do to help us, my team, everyone here, to keep this show free, to keep it improving year over year and week over week, it is just to hit that subscribe button and to double check if you've hit it. Only thing I'll ever ask of you. Do we have a deal? If you do it, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make sure every single week, every single month, we fight harder and harder and harder and harder to bring you the guests and conversations that you want to hear. I've stayed true to that promise since the very beginning of the Diary of a CEO, and I will not let you down. Please help us. Really appreciate it. Let's get on with the show. Neil deGrasse Tyson. People come to you to try and understand the universe.
Yes.
What is the most pressing question people are asking you right now about the universe?
Are we alone in the universe? And that's influenced by pop culture. I'll give you an example. When the movie Ghost came out, polls showed that more people believed in ghosts after that movie than before the movie. So pop culture is a huge force of influence on our thoughts and feelings and attitudes and what we believe is or is not true. So when you say, what is the most pressing question? Are we alone in the universe? Then they say, have we been visited? And how will it all end? That's another one. Usually God shows up in there. Is there God? There's an assumption. I think it's a naive assumption, but an interesting one nonetheless, that people who study the universe might stumble upon God because we're told, or at least in our artwork, gods live in the sky. So people then study the sky. When the Apollo astronauts came back, people said, did you see God? Did you see heaven?
What is the essence of why people are so curious about these subjects?
My best speculation, and this is a wild speculation, and my ego is not based on whether this is true, but it's fascinating for me to think about the fact we are completely comfortable sleeping on our backs. Ask yourself, how many other animals do that at all? Does a beetle say, I'm going to turn over and go on my back and go to sleep? Do spiders just go on their back? Think about it. That's quite vulnerable. You're asleep and your belly is exposed, right? We sleep at night, typically. Okay. If you're outdoors, us sleep on your back at night and you wake up. What's the first thing you see? The universe, the sky. You'll see, comets and meteors and the moon and brighter stars, which we call planets eventually. And from night to night, wait a minute, the moon had one shape and now it's a different shape and it's a different part of the sky. And these lights are moving. And how could we not be curious? When